Hey, hello. I think you're live now. Yeah, let me just check here if everything's working fine. Yeah, it looks as if, yeah, we are on. We're live. Hello, people. How are you? I'm happy to be back again, once again. Today's Thursday and weekend's coming, which is good. So how are you all? Hopefully everyone is okay, doing well, um, safe. And yeah, let's do it. Before anything, if some of you don't know me, my name is Orlando. Nice to meet you. Some of you know my name. I've been doing lives Monday and Thursday at 6. And yeah, twice a week we have been doing lives. And so if you're not here for some reasons, you can watch, you can do a catch up watching this live later tonight or maybe tomorrow, because I'm going to be posting on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So you can do a catch up and see what we will be speaking about it. Okay, let's go. Today, we're going to start here. We're going to be talking. We're going to be talking about things you shouldn't do when weightlifting. So I've got about yeah, like well, actually 10 things here, and also I'll be talking about sort of foods you can eat to help your diet, to increase your strength. So hopefully you will enjoy it. But again, for some reason, if you're not here with us tonight, no problem. You can go to my YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook and do a catch up. Okay, so let's jump on to the very first one. The very first one is, I'd say, not doing warm-ups. So excuse me, even if you are a newbie or a more experienced trainer, I'd say exerciser, you have to do a warm-up. Yeah, it's important for you to do a warm-up because you know what can happen. Because it's like, you see, like some people, they just jump into they come into the gym, go to the changing room, put their gears on, and then they come out and they start lifting heavy weights. I have seen that many times. So you shouldn't do this. Okay, you have to do a warm-up, because the main reason here we're talking is if you jump straight into your training without a warm-up, probably you get injured. Yeah, and then could be a problem if you get injured, and then you have a long layoff. Okay. Another thing is, on top of that, cold muscles can prevent you from having a productive workout, because you want to be at your best. Yeah, obviously, because your muscles are cold, and how can you have a very productive training if your muscles are cold? So, and your performance won't be as good as you'd like that to be. So make sure just before your workout, just do your warm up. And I will give you right now some ideas on what sort of warm up you can do it. You can do like hip rotations. Yeah, you can rotate your hips, so you're warming up a little bit. If you're in the gym or at home, if you have a rope, you can jump. Yeah, you can do like for 5-10 minutes. Another one, you can jump on the bicycle and go for 5-10 minutes. That's a good one. And there's another one I like, which is a cross trainer. Why I like this one? Because you work up in the lower body. You so you like that. Yeah, so you using your chest, using your arms, using your legs, your hips. So this is a great one for you to do it. If you jump onto a cross trainer for 10 minutes, that's good. And I just remember another one you can do it is rower. Rower is a good one. because as well works a lot of your aerobic. So row are using a lot of your upper body and your legs. Yeah. So these are the ideas. So never ever jump into your training without warming up. Don't if anything happens to you, if you do that and something happens, don't tell me I haven't told you. So make sure you warm up before jumping straight into your training, okay? And then you'll be more productive. Your training you'll be much better. And let's go into the second one. The second one is forgetting to engage your core. I have had like lives here, and I've been talking about like you have to engage your core when you're standing and doing exercises. Yeah, for example, if you have a weak core, I'll give you just an example now. If you have a weak core and you're squatting or doing lunges, the exercise for lower body, squatting, lunging, or even deadlifting, or squat jumpers. Yeah, if you jump and squat. You could, if you don't have a strong core, you could put pressure on your lower back because your core is not as strong as it should be. So just make sure. So forgetting to engage your core could lead you to problems. Okay, and how do you engage your core? For example, if you're standing and you're doing exercises that, for example, lat raises for your shoulders or front raises for your shoulders, or just like press ups, yeah, holding a barbell and going up and down. What you have to do is you bend slightly your knee and lock it, yeah, just a little bit bending and lock it, and then suck your core in, yeah, just suck your core in, but make sure when you feel that core really contracted, but keep breathing. Don't hold your breathing. Yeah. So breathe as if you're walking, but you have to tell your memory, you have to do this every time you're standing and doing exercises. Yeah. Make sure you suck your core in because this is your foundation. It has to be solid, and that you're creating you say like muscle memory. So once that's created, that will come naturally. Sometimes I see sometimes me when I'm in training, and without realizing that, I can feel my core is engaged already, because that's throughout the years I've been training, and I know once I'm standing and lifting weights, I have to get my core together. Yeah, I have to tighten that belt here and contract. So on top of that, you are avoiding having problems in your knees if you're not contracting your core properly, and hips. So if you just like standing and doing the exercises and you're not engaging your core, you will suffer. You could have problems in the knees and in your lower back. So make sure standing, you contract your core, do the exercise, you're gonna be fine, and then won't happen anything. But it is always a good if you do an exercise, just connect your brain to your core and see if that's really engaged, because you see people when they are doing this kind of exercises, they are not engaging the core. So standing and engage the core, you're gonna be fine, and you avoid having problems in your knees and in your hips. Okay, and thank you, Mariana, for being with us. Thank you, I appreciate. I just saw your message now. Thank you, and yeah, that's basically what you have to do. Okay, so if you that's why I'm here today, to tell you the 10 things you shouldn't do it. Yeah, so don't forget to engage your core. And the very first one is don't forget to warm up before jumping into your training. Thank you, Harbor, for being here. I appreciate, my man. You came in early today. Thank you. So the let's jump on the third one. The third one is not having a proper form. Yeah, you have to make sure when you're doing exercise, if you sat and doing an exercise or you standing, you make sure you need a good form and technique, because sometimes you could come to me and say, look, I've been training, doing like this, like that, and it's not happening anything. Could be either these things, like could be like your training program is not good enough, your technique, your form is not there. So you have to make sure you have a proper form when you're training. But you get to see like lots of people training in the gym with really bad form. They cheat, yeah, when they for example, again, doing this exercise here, lat raises, you see people using a lot the upper body to lift their weights. Why? Because they are lifting something they shouldn't, because it's too heavy, yeah, for the movement. So we call like he's cheating with the movement, using that kind of momentum you shouldn't be using. You should only be using your arms to get to your traps. You know, when you're doing lateral raises, this movement, when you're going with the arm up, you're doing your lat delts, and when you come up here, you get to your traps. Yeah, that's what you're aiming for. So if you use your body to do like that, it's a lot easier. But then you're jerking, you're cheating, you're not doing a great form. So better if you drop the weights a little bit and do the thing properly. That's it. It makes it a lot easier, and you can maximize better when you're doing with technique and form. Okay. But again, if you're not quite sure about the form of this exercise, drop me a text or just go to my YouTube. Yeah, you can see loads of exercise there, and I tell you the technique and the form you should be using. Okay. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate if you do that. So, good Harbor, thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm all right, my man, and thank you. You okay as well? Thank you. So the next one is, and that happens a lot, talking to a mate while you're exercising. So that's number 4. You shouldn't be talking to someone when you're exercising. Does anyone know why here? Why you shouldn't be talking to someone when you're exercising? Again, you get to see in the gym loads of gym goers, exercisers, yeah, doing an exercise and with a head like this and talking to his mate. So that shouldn't happen. First of all, you need to pay attention to the movement when you're doing an exercise. It's important you're there with the movement. You shouldn't be talking to anyone. You have to think about the reps, what number of sets you're doing, and connect your brain to the exercise. And second, you can hurt yourself because you're not paying attention to the movement. So you're doing that sort of whatever exercise you're doing, and you're not paying a close attention. You could hurt yourself. Yeah, I have seen in the gym before happening. Yeah, accidents happening and paramedics coming into the gym. So because sometimes you're not really concentrating on the movement. Another thing is your brain, when you, for example, if you're doing curls, bicep curls, so if you connect into your biceps, what happens is your brain will send signals to your muscle. And believe me what I'm saying, once you connect to your biceps, you're doing that movement, you can feel your biceps better. But if I'm talking to you and I'm doing like that, I will never feel my biceps. Why? Because my brain is not sending signals to my muscle. It's not stressing my muscle. So I'm not connecting my brain to my muscle at all. So that's what I have to do. Whatever movement you're doing, connect your brain to the muscle, and it gets better. Really gets better, because you're gonna feel that pump. You might say to you, why am I feeling more now? Because you're connecting your brain to your muscle, and that's it. Okay, that's how you should do it. Don't talk to your mate. Just think about the movement and avoid having an injury. Okay. So far so good. Thank you, Vroom, for being with us tonight. Yes. So so that was number 4. Yeah. So number 5 is using weights that are way too heavy. Yeah. Again, you get to see people exercising, doing really heavy weights sometimes just to show off. That's what happens, because I can lift this, but it's not all about like lifting. If you can lift it heavier or lighter than me, that's not a thing. The idea is your technique should be better than that guy. It's not because he's doing heavier than you. It's the technique and the form. Because if you ask that guy to do a proper movement, he will struggle, believe me. And sometimes they go too fast, whatever exercise. So they are not being productive because they want to finish as quickly as possible the reps, and that's not weight training. So you have to slow down the movement. Yeah, because if you don't slow down, you're not giving time for the muscle to work at its full range of movement. Okay, so go slow. Don't be in a hurry. If that guy can lift it heavy, don't worry. But I'm sure your technique is much better. So that's how you progress. You can progress later, because if your technique is better, later you'll be able to lift a little bit heavier. Because what's the idea in weight training? You're always like challenging yourself a bit more. Yeah, and everyone is like that. Everyone is in life is like this. You want to challenge a little bit more. You can lift a little bit, like a half kilogram heavier or 1 kilogram heavier. It's amazing if you can do that. Because if you can do 1 rep with 1 kilogram heavier to go for 10 or 12 reps, you're gonna feel it, because you're not your body's not used to that kind of weight. So you get accustomed to doing that. Okay, so think about when you're doing an exercise, don't talk to your mate. If you have a mate to help you there, don't talk. Connect your brain to the muscle and rock on. Okay. So the next one is that was number 5, and let's go to number 6. Yeah, number 6 is overtraining your muscles. Does anyone know why that happens? Overtraining the muscles. Sometimes you get the overtraining. The word says overtraining. You're doing more than you should. You shouldn't be doing that much. So people sometimes because they are too eager to get to the where they want to get to, and they come to the gym sometimes every day, 7 times, 7. And they will get this kind of, we say, overtraining, because they are training too much. Because your body needs resting. If you're not resting your body, you never grow. Yeah, you never get there. So on the top, let's say you're doing every day, you're working out every day, and you're doing long hours. If you're in the gym for like 2 to 3 hours, let's say like 2 hours, it's 14 hours a week. It is too much. You don't need to do that. If I were you, like, as you like training, I did do like 5 times, and you do have like 2 days of resting. Yeah, but then it depends on your program. But you shouldn't be training every day. You see athletes, all sorts of athletes, they rest. They don't train every day. They come to the gym maybe like 5, sometimes 6. It depends. It depends on their program. They need a program to follow. Yeah, but I'm sure if they are coming at least 6 times, they are not doing the muscle they did yesterday. For sure, they're not doing, because they have a coach there with them. So the coach will never let that happen. So you have to make sure you understand how to separate muscles in training. You cannot keep doing the same muscle day after day, okay? Because it doesn't work. So talking about overtraining is more or less when you're doing too much. Yeah, you're working, you're not resting, you're doing long hours, and that could compromise your health as well. Yeah, because you can end up getting injured. Yeah, and what will happen sometimes with overtraining is you drop out, you leave the gym, because you get so tired, and you see there is no progress at all. It's not that, it's because you're not listening to your body. You're not resting. So basically, you should rest when you do weight training. You don't need to come down for 5 times. 3 times is enough, as long as you do a proper training. So I think I can give you like some. I've written down here some sort of signs that overtraining brings to you, and one is like a soreness. Yeah. So when you overtrain, you can get like a pain. Yeah, kind of like discomfort. And if that persists for more than 2 days, it's a kind of sign to worry about it, because it shouldn't. It is normal when you do weight training. You get there like a little bit here, a little bit there. That's fine. That's fine. You know, it's not overtraining. But if you're training too much and you get this sort of, you feel like a soreness and pain, that's a sign of overtraining. The second one I'd say is like, when you feel, people come to talk to you, say, please, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone. It's like you feeling irritable, which is another sign of overtraining. So you don't want to talk, you're moody, you don't want to talk to people. So this signs I'm telling you, just pay attention. Probably you're not doing that, and now we are not doing that at all because the gyms are shut. But if you have that sort of like a mental fog, feeling depressed, this is a sign of overtraining. Another one is sleeping problems. If you're having that because of you training too much. So when you train, you should go to bed and crash out and sleep because you're feeling tired. But when you're training too much, overtraining, you will have that sort of stress hormones. Yeah. So your sleeping patterns will be different. So it won't help you. Your sleep won't be as good as you'd like your sleep to be. Okay. Another sign is losing. If you start losing too much weight, that's a sign of overtraining, and that's not good, because like when you training, you don't want to lose weight, you want to gain muscle mass. And if you're also losing your appetite, yeah. So that could be like your body is like not in balance. We call like a hormonal imbalances. So pay attention. If you see a friend suffering from that problem, you can tell straight away, look, you're training too much. Another one is you can get sick. You can get sick, and because you're not resting enough. And yeah, that's what happens. Basically, these are the signs: soreness, feeling irritable, sleeping problems, losing too much weight, and getting sick. Hopefully that will never happen to us, because we clever, we smart, we know how to train. Okay. But how do you stop from overtraining? Does anyone know? How do you stop from overtraining? To stop your overtraining, you have to make sure, as I've just mentioned before, you need resting. Following training, you need 1 or 2 days to rest. That's how you can control your overtraining, because you know you're not in the gym every day. You're not doing long hours in the gym, okay? And and also to have a proper program to follow, and then you know things be better. I've met guys in the gym working out from like let's say 10 in the morning, 11 till 3 o'clock. That's a lot, in it. Like 4 hours in training. That's too much, too much. But you tell sometimes people it's not productive. Instead of gaining muscle, they are losing muscles. So being too long. But anyway, number 7 is refusing. We're getting there. Number 10, we've got 10. Refusing to take breaks between sets. So you need to take breaks between sets. You see people do exercise, they don't want to take breaks. It's important for you to take your breaks. Either you are focusing on strength training or endurance. Yeah. When it's strength training, you need to take your depending how much you're lifting. If it is light or heavy, at least 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Why you need that resting? You need the resting to replenish, yeah, your energy. So your body will, you say thank you, you're listening. So you take the resting between sets to replenish it, because it's so hard to go on non-stop. You have to stop. You have to stop the rest, and then your lifts you'll be better if you do this sort of resting between sets. You must do it. Yeah, listen to me. You have to do this. Okay. You must have heard me saying you have to do this. Okay. And oh my God, yeah. Sometimes when I watch my videos and I see myself saying you have to do this, and I just laugh at that. That's how we go here. Okay, so we're talking about if you're doing like endurance training, you don't rest as much as you rest a little bit and go on, because this is an endurance training. The name says endurance training. Strength training, you need to stop and really rest 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes. Again, it depends on the weight you're lifting. Okay. Another one is ignoring compound exercises. Yeah, that's another one. Compound exercise, I've mentioned, I don't know how many times here. They are very good for you, especially if you don't have much time for your training. Yeah, because it involves different multiple joints. Yeah, muscles at once. Let's put it this way. So compound exercise, they are very important to be in your program. You have to have that in your program. A good example, anyone can tell me a compound exercise, if you remember. Is anyone over here? Okay, let's say the first one. Deadlift is a very good compound exercise. You have to think like differentiate from isolation and compound, because as the name says, compound, you have like more muscles come into action, and the isolation exercise, it's only one muscle. Okay, so and then another good thing about compound exercises are, I'm gonna tell you things like you improves a lot your strength. Yeah. Or helps you improve your strength. Also elevates your heart rate. Okay, because these movements are more difficult to do rather than just isolation. Okay, another one, you can burn more calories because you're recruiting different muscle groups. to do a compound exercise, so you can burn more calories. And if you after that, yeah, we are always after burning a bit of calories, yeah, and also can boost your intramuscular coordination. So your coordination, you'll be better when you do compound exercise. Okay. I'm just a quick drink. Oh, I feel refreshing now. I feel better. Okay, number 9. Let's jump on to number 9. Okay, only doing isolation exercise. So this is a really big mistake, coming down to a gym and only doing isolation exercise. Again, you have to mix between compound and isolation. As the name says, isolation, you only work in one muscle. For example, biceps. You don't only come down to a gym to do biceps, okay, and or triceps, okay, or just your hamstrings, yeah. I'm not saying you cannot do it. Yes, you can, but it's all part of your training. It has to be. You have to put everything into your training, compounds and isolation. You cannot just do only isolation exercises. Yeah. Why? There is if you only do isolation exercises, you get muscle imbalance. Yeah, because you're only training one muscle, and if you keep doing that, that could lead to injuries. Yeah, so your body, you'll be really out of balance. Yeah, the muscles, it won't be looking good. For example, not many people like doing legs. Yeah, I don't mind it. I do my legs. Yeah, I like doing legs. I have nothing against. But you get guys, they don't do legs. They don't like doing legs. So that's where they get muscle imbalance, because they think they're not brave enough. And they're like, no, you get women, they do a lot of legs. They smash it. So, and the guys, they just like avoid doing legs. That's when you get muscle imbalance in training. So you have to make sure you balance all out. Yeah. Okay. So again, it's same like if you only do legs and talk about just one muscle group. If you only do legs and you don't do other muscles, again, you can get muscle imbalance because you're not doing other muscles. So basically, what you have to do in your training program, you need both the compound exercise and isolation exercise. They are very important. You have those ones together in your training. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, thank you. What did you say? The most experienced trainer in the business. Okay, thank you, Vroom. I didn't know that. Okay, that must be because I'm older than you, right? So you must be in your 30s, and I'm in my 50s, late 50s. Let's put it this way. I'm in 58. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you for your comments, my man. I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's. You got me lost now. We're talking about isolation exercise. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. If you just keep doing isolation exercise, it can lead you to injury, and you don't want that. So make sure, think about it. You want all together in your training. Yeah, I'm not saying okay, I'm coming down only to do isolation exercise. That's fine. That's fine. As long as next day you do a compound exercise. Okay, good. Next one. Again, basically, comes what I've been saying here, not working out all muscle groups. Yeah. What happens when you're not working out all your muscle groups? Again, you come down to imbalance. Because if you like more like doing your chest and let's say your back, and you forget the other muscle group, you have muscle imbalance. Yeah. And then again, I'm going to repeat again, you could like get injuries, and you don't want that to happen to you. So some people, they come they come for training they have with like different reasons, like to lose fat, to gain more strength, yeah, or whatever, just like to escape from, I mean, problems, and but basically they come like seeking for more strength and lose fat, yeah, because when we talk to people, that's why they tell us, yeah, I want to lose a little bit here, there, I want to gain more muscle mass, because also because my posture is not great, because my shoulders are hunched over, so I want to lift more my chest. So you have like different reasons, or someone who have someone who have had an operation, so many reasons. But you know, when you do weightlifting, it gives you self-confidence. You know, it does. You feel like you feel different. You feel like a more confident, and it gives you strength, which is you after, and also improves your mood. I know that does, because sometimes, you know, like sometimes you have I have been having a hard day at work, and then sometimes I don't feel like training, but then I tell myself, come on, go to the change room, yeah, put your gears on and do it. And once I start doing the training, everything changed. So my mood is different. So it boosts to having a better mood, yeah. And it's all about training. You need a drive. If you've got a drive to do it, you will get there. If you don't have the drive, forget it. That's not for you. I tell you straight away. But then, you know, later in life, you might regret, because as you getting on, you're getting older and older. Your body's crumbling, your back's bending, you're losing lean muscle. If you're losing lean muscle, your body's not well protected. Something could happen to you. The fitter you are, the better your health will be. Think about your health. So whenever I'm in training, I just think about my health. If I'm healthy, I can do anything. Because like training brings me more health, and I feel so, you know, thank you God, I feel so happy being healthy. So the more you training, the better for you. So keep training. I know sometimes it's hard, it is, but may just once a week, twice a week, it's not much, is it? Before you say anything to me, oh, I'm gonna be feeling here, there, be painful, I get there. And when I get back to the gym again, I will get there. I will get the same thing, but I can take it. I know that will last for a week and a half, and that's it. It's gone, and then your body is getting used to the movement again. Okay, so before anything, think about your health. Your health is it's the most important thing. Last but not least, I'm gonna be talking about like some foods you can have to gain more strength. Yeah, and I'm sure you have heard of these ones before, but it is always good to reframe. Okay, so the first one, and I like it, is salmon. Who doesn't like salmon here? I think most of us likes the salmon. Okay, so salmon's got like a vitamin B, which is good, and omega-3. Okay, that's what you need from the fish. The second one is, I haven't had this one for a while, turkey breast. It's loaded with protein. It's got loads of protein, high in protein, yeah, and low on carbs, which is good. So if you want to avoid carbs, yeah, turkey breast. Yeah, I think it's been years I haven't had like turkey. I like the normal chicken, yes, but turkey is good. It's good. I had before. So again, so turkey breast loaded with high on protein and low on carbs. What else? Okay. Next one is like quinoa. You must have heard about this one, quinoa. It's an alternative to rice, the normal rice. And again, it contains magnesium, which is good. This is a sort of chemical crucial for your bones and muscles. You need it. You need it. Okay, especially magnesium. So quinoa now and then. I think, was it last week? I think last week we had it. Quinoa. So think about rich in magnesium, yeah, and good for your bones and muscles. Okay. Next one is tofu. I don't think I have had this one before, but if you're vegan or vegetarian, okay, surely you have tried tofu before. And again, it's got something which is important for your body, calcium. Calcium is, again, great for your bones, because if your bones are losing the calcium, it could lead to osteoporosis, yeah? So make sure you need to have these foods to bring the calcium. And also another alternative to bring the calcium back to your bones and muscles is doing weight training, okay? Next one is almonds. Who doesn't like almonds here? I think unless you're allergic to nuts, but okay. So again, it's rich with magnesium, phosphorus, and vitamin E. So you see how much you can get from these foods, okay? Another one I've got here is eggs. I think most of us like eggs. Again, it's rich in protein, eggs, and B6. So you don't need to buy like tablets or again, but you know, you can get all that from the foods if you eating the right foods. And the last one is tuna, another fish, yeah. So it's like you've got in tuna, is it B6, B6 and B12 vitamins there. So again, you don't need the tablets. Sometimes you can say, yeah, they are too expensive and tablets are cheaper. But anyway, up to you. At the end of the day, these are the foods can give you more strength and get your muscles stronger and stronger, which is good. So basically, if you have any questions, you can drop me now or later. What's going to happen is once we stop the live here, I'm going to be posting this live YouTube. I don't know why, but it's going to be on my channel tomorrow. I think it takes like 12 hours to load everything. I don't know how this is like kind of a YouTube policy. I know tomorrow morning it's on, but if you go straight to my Facebook, it's going to be there, and Instagram, IGTV, yeah, it's going to be there. And you just can watch back again, yeah, do a catch up again in case you you don't remember the foods, but I can tell you quickly. I was talking about like tuna, chicken breast, eggs, almonds, tofu, quinoa, turkey breast, and salmon. So these are very good foods for you to help your training, yeah, and get stronger and stronger. Okay, thank you guys for being here tonight with me, and I really appreciate. I'll be back Monday at 6 p.m. I always do Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. And have a great weekend. It's coming in April. March is knocking on the door. I can't believe it. Like a third month is coming. Unbelievable. It's flying by. Anyway, guys, thank you for being with me tonight, and God bless you. See you Monday next week. Bye.